From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, Justin Trudeau says he can't be the best choice in the next election as he resigns as Canada's Prime Minister. The 53-year-old has led the country for 9 years and won 3 elections, but says the Liberal Party will now select a new leader. Liberal MPs, alarmed by gloomy polls, have publicly urged the 53-year-old to quit before the election, which must be held by late October. Trudeau says he's fought for the middle class since being first elected in 2015.
We reduced their taxes, we increased the benefits to families, we made sure the economy was focused on working for everyone and not just a few.
Unions are urging the government to scrap the Treaty Principles Bill. Today's the last day the public can submit online on the bill, which seeks to define the Treaty of Waitangi's main principles. Council of Trade Unions President Richard Wagstaff says the government's attempting to reinterpret our founding document and workers won't stand for it.
We know that our affiliates represent something like 60,000 Māori workers. New Zealanders really care about this. We expect a lot better from our Parliament, and we expect them to abandon this foolishness as soon as possible.
Waikato University law professor Alexander Gillespie says New Zealand won't always agree with Donald Trump's nationalistic approach, but we need a constructive relationship. US lawmakers are verifying his election victory today, and he'll be inaugurated in 2 weeks. Foreign Minister Winston Peters says the government's working to get people known to the Trump team in place. A new generation of Antarctic explorers are setting off to the icy continent today. It's the Antarctic Heritage Trust's 10th expedition, taking 18 to 35-year-olds on a voyage to the Ross Sea. The young Kiwi and Australian explorers will visit the historic huts and learn about conservation efforts in Antarctica. That's news. In sport, hope from Nottingham Forest manager Nuno Espirito Santo that all-white striker Chris Wood will agree a new contract extension with the Premier League side. He says negotiations are trending in the right direction. Nottingham Forest play Wolverhampton away from 9 a.m. as they look to narrow the gap behind leaders Liverpool to 6 points. The difference between cricket's haves and have-nots could expand beyond 2027 due to financial pragmatism. Melbourne's The Age newspaper reports a proposal is progressing to split the World Test Championship into 2 tiers at the end of the next edition. Unsurprisingly, the big 3 of India, Australia and England would be guaranteed places in the top echelon, given they have the biggest return on investment and the largest viewership from the longest format. South Africa, Sri Lanka, New Zealand and Pakistan would join them initially. The second level would feature Bangladesh, West Indies, Ireland, Afghanistan and Zimbabwe. That's sport. I'm Jodie Gill.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.